with so since the creation from the scripture, Holy Scripture that we believe, and I think it's same root with the Middle East religion, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, similar.
What's similar?
It comes from the Middle East.
The root. The religion comes from Middle East.
Yeah. Because for me, it's an important issue. Because for me, as I said to you, you cannot have your cake and eat it, right? So if you agree with me that this seems contradictory,
okay.
To claim
how much you believe that the God is almighty, that He can do anything.
Sorry?
So you don't believe
I believe Allah does what He wishes, what befits His majesty, and what is in accordance to His attributes. So Allah is all powerful. For example, Allah is just. He doesn't do injustice to people. Okay? So that's one thing Allah doesn't do, right? Allah doesn't do injustice to His creation. Allah doesn't become ignorant. It's not one day Allah knows the creation, what they're doing, the next day He doesn't know what they're doing, That's not our perspective of God, right? So to us, Allah is perfect. So I cannot say Allah is within the creation, and at the same time Allah is entering the creation, because that's a contradiction.
Jesus is not in Christian theology. Jesus is not within the creation. He became the creation. He became a man.
So God became the creation.
Yes, of course.
Okay, God became the creation. But you're saying to me from the beginning, God is the creation.
Yes.
Okay, so if you are already a doctor, you cannot become a doctor.
Who said that?
I'm saying, if you're already a doctor,
That is your perspective.
how are you going to become a doctor?
That is your perspective.
So you are a human being, you can still become a human being.
Maybe because the core of the Christianity is in the concept
I'm
of
asking you.
salvation.
Human being
Yes.
is different from God.
No, we're talking about the principle.
Yeah, that
If
is
you're already,
logic. That is using logic.
we are human beings, you have
So-
to use a reasoning. How are we going to discuss otherwise, yeah?
But if you're handling with the, how can you say that Allah is transcendent? So He cannot be whatever He wants.
I don't
Even
use the
though
word
He
cannot for God. I don't believe it is respectful to use the word cannot for God. To say God cannot do X, Y, and Z. On the other hand, I say Allah does not do X, Y. So there's a difference between the two.
But He still can if He wants.
I don't use this terminology. I say
so-
Allah's attributes. Look, for me, I wouldn't say Allah does or doesn't, except if Allah tells me He does or He doesn't. Simple as that. I don't speak on behalf of God. I'm not the secretary of God to speak on behalf of God, right?
Of
So
course
I wait.
I also not speak on behalf
So,
of
brother,
Jesus.
can I ask you a question?
But from what I believe, from what I thought, and what I faith in, that Jesus has become God Himself, has become the human flesh and blood.
But He's already human, you said. He's already in the creation.
Who?
God. So if God is in the creation, He's already in
It's
the
the
human, so
Spirit
He's
of
already
God.
a human.
It's the Spirit of God.
The Spirit of God was in the creation.
So is the Spirit of
It's
God?
in you. It's in me.
No, is the
It's
Spirit?
in everything.
Wait.
Is the Spirit of God God?
Spirit.
So everything is God?
The Spirit is God. The Spirit
Is it
of
God?
The Spirit of God. How we know of God?
No, you guys say the Christians believe that God is a spirit. So when you say the Spirit of God is there, you're saying God is there. There's no difference, right?
Yeah.
So if God was already there, how did He become again what He's already
He can
is?
become anything He wants.
Like for example, you're saying God is all powerful,
Yeah.
and then God became more powerful. God is already all powerful. How does He become more powerful again?
He's limitless.
Sorry?
His power is limitless,
But He's already all powerful.
Yeah, it is by our measurement.
So according to your analogy,
Do you see the contradiction that I'm facing?
yeah.
Do you see- Because we are rational,
Yeah, bro.
rational human beings.
In
I think she
religion,
sees
what
the
is-
contradiction.
If I-
I see, maybe you don't see.
no.
Yeah.
Maybe she understands.
She understands. She understands. So according to your analogy,
You understand the point I'm saying.
Yeah.
You understand the point I'm making.
yeah, according
She doesn't agree with me. She doesn't agree with
Yeah.
me, but she understands the point I'm trying to make. I'm not saying she's on my side now. I'm not.
Teologi mu.
then
I think we need to
They-
discuss this.
yeah,
We
yeah.
need to discuss this among themselves.
yeah.
No.
Okay.
I have a language barrier for this.
Okay, I understand. So according to your analogy, you say that God can do everything whatever He wants, right? So if I ask you that if God chose to be not in existence?
He's already asked that question, by the way. He's already
Yeah.
asked that
Why
question.
not?
By me, he's asked that question by Mansoor. And he says, why not? And to me, look, I come from a different perspective. Some Muslims here will come and say to you, God cannot do X. I don't agree with this terminology. Allah Azza wa Jal says in the Quran, He's capable to do anything He wants to do.
Yeah.
Okay? He's capable, He has capacity over everything. Allah has capacity over everything. Inna Allah ala kulli shay'in qadir. Allah has capacity, ability over everything. But He does what befits His majesty. The queen can do a lot of evil things, but she has a level of highness that she wouldn't do specific things.
Let's put
For
it like
example,
this.
she wouldn't
Let's put
shake
it like
hands. Just a point I'm trying to make. The queen in this country, according to my knowledge, doesn't shake hands with anyone. There are a group of people that she shakes hands with, right? Doesn't mean that she cannot shake hands with other people, but she believes that her majesty or her highness, she doesn't just shake hands with anyone. Allah, who has the highest of example, can do a lot of things, right? That doesn't mean Allah does them because they do not befit His majesty. As I said to you, for example, Allah said that He made injustice prohibited upon Himself. He prohibited it upon Himself. He doesn't do injustice to anyone, right? But let's go to a different point because we talked about contradiction already. I think we went in a circle when it comes to contradiction. Let's ask a different question. You guys are Christian, right?
Yeah.
So why do you believe Christianity is true?
Yeah, I think maybe one thing that we haven't thought about is the core of Christianity is in the concept of salvation.
No, but why do you believe the idea of Christianity is true? Because look, Christianity has an idea of salvation, correct?
Yeah.
Why do you believe the scripture and the religion itself is true so we can accept this idea of salvation or not? What is the reason?
The same like Muslim believe in Quran is true.
But do you know what I believe has nothing to do with what you believe? So for example,
Of course it will be different, but we
if you
have
just allow me,
something.
just allow me to
But
just finish what I'm trying to say.
something
If I'm a Christian, if I'm an atheist, a Christian, a Hindu, a deist, it's not going to change the fact that you're a Christian. So I'm asking you, leave me now outside. I'm irrelevant, right? I'm asking, why are you Christian?
The same. I cannot explain, but faith.
So your faith,
But we
faith
have
is why you're
something,
Christian.
Because
the
of-
same faith that make you believe the Quran. That is what I have.
How do you know why I believe in the Quran? You didn't ask me.
Muslim.
I will ask you. You didn't ask me.
No. You said that you are Muslim. Then
Did
what
I
you
say I'm
believe?
Muslim because of faith?
No. Then
That's
what
what you
you
said.
believe? Then what you believe? It's not you're Muslim and not believe.
I'm a Muslim. I do not just base
So you're Muslim
my acceptance
and you're
of
not
Islam.
believe in Quran.
Brother,
I'm trying to say.
brother, let me ask in another way.
If you want to talk to them, I can.
So,
go.
no.
Because I'm trying to have a
No,
discussion with them.
Let me ask in another way. If anyone who doesn't know you, right, and you don't know him, and you don't know his identity, whether he is Christian, Muslim, or Jewish, any other thing, he's asking you why you choose to be a Christian. What will be your response?
That is my faith.
Okay, so that's the answer, yeah?
Yeah, that's my answer.
What about you?
How can you explain your faith? Can you?
Well, we'll
let
come
me
to that.
let me ask you
I'll
now.
tell you.
No,
Don't
let
worry.
me
I'm
ask
happy
you.
to tell you. You want to ask him now?
No.
If you want to ask him, I'll give him the mic and you can ask him.
I think the question that you need to ask from us to us is
Yes.
where does this faith come from?
To me, no. Can I tell you why I wouldn't ask that?
Like my husband and also we have faith, but our faith is not something that coming out of the blue, of course, because we are taught in Christian tradition, because we heard knowledge something that made us believe that Jesus is the God.
So can I tell you why? Can I tell you why I'm not asking that question?
Faith came from sight, also came from hearings, also came from experience,
Okay, excellent.
also coming from reverence.
I agree with all of that.
Course.
I agree with all of that. Can I tell you
But
why?
even though many people have the same experience,
Yes.
even though we heard the same thing, even though we see the same thing, it doesn't guarantee that we believe or we put our trust in the same
So our experience is different,
similar
yeah?
God. Even though we have or share the same experience. So that's what we are trying to say, that even though we share the same experience, we may have different
results.
faith.
Okay, sure. But
Because,
can I tell you why I'm not asking you why do you have your faith? Because to me, what you rightly just said, we have different experiences. Our experiences can lead to different
Obviously,
resources.
yeah.
But your experience does not guarantee you reach truth. So if I go to a Hindu, he will say the same thing that you just said.
Yeah.
I have faith that Hinduism is true.
Yes, yeah.
My experience is the reason I believe in Hinduism. I go out to a Sikh. Sikhism is that. So how can I find the truth there? When God created us, He placed in this reality one truth, right? He did not place many ways to reach the Creator. Christians don't believe there's many ways to God. Muslims don't believe you believe there's one way, right? One way in John 14:6 that Christians quote all the time.
Yeah.
I'm the way, the truth, and the life. Yeah, there's one way, right? So in Islam there is one way too. We believe there is one way. My question is, how do I know the way? If your answer is just faith, then it's not really an answer, because if I go to a Hindu, he will say the same thing to me. To an atheist, he will have faith in science today. People have faith in everything today. You know, they believe science will make them do
I think that's
anything.
the good thing. That's not
You
the
think-
bad.
you
Yeah,
think
that's
it's-
not.
That is the
You
good
think
thing.
you think it's good for a
Yes, of
Hindu
course.
to believe other than Christ?
No problems. Why?
Is it good? No, it's good.
It's good.
So it's good to deny Jesus
Yeah,
as your
because
Lord and
I don't
Savior.
think that Christians want to force all people
Nor
to
do we.
believe in Christianity
Nor do
or
we.
to believe that God is existing.
No.
But there is a
There
difference.
is no force.
Sure.
Yeah.
Seeking the
So that's
truth.
okay.
No, seeking the truth and forcing are two separate things. Who is here trying to force anything on anyone? We're having a rational discussion as human beings,
Yeah,
right?
that's-
So no one have brought forcing into the
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
But if you seek the truth, you have to engage with other people. You have to disagree
Yeah.
with them, right? So I wouldn't agree with everything you have to offer. So my question still stands. How do you find out the truth? Because you just said, by the way, just to say what you said it's good not to believe in Jesus as your Lord and Savior. As a Christian, and maybe you can talk to Christians about this idea, we wouldn't say it's good not to believe in Allah or Prophet Muhammad. We say that's bad.
Yeah. It's
You
not.
have
It's
you
not.
made
It's
a
not
wrong
that.
conclusion from what he say. What's he saying?
No, I asked her. She said yes.
No.
But I didn't
mean,
the conclusion.
yeah.
I just asked her.
I mean
She said
that
yes.
it's good.
How is the conclusion? She said yes.
It's
Because you
good.
said that
It's good that everyone has their own faith and belief.
Okay. Yes.
I'm not saying that it's
Who
good.
can I listen to? Just because
But
I'll try to answer. Who should I answer? You know?
listen. You have
Yes,
to listen.
but I'm
You
one
have to-
person. I'm not two. You know, I have
You
to.
have
Yeah.
to learn listen.
Yes, I'll
Not
learn
just
listening.
you.
No problem. No problem.
You make
Yes.
a conclusion and just cut off what she said.
Okay.
She said it's good
Yes.
for everybody have their own belief.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
just Christian.
Okay, I agree.
You just put them on a Christian.
What
It's
was my
good, but-
conclusion? What was my conclusion?
That it's belief not
You
to.
said that- you said that.
It's good not to believe Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, because
You said
it's different things.
No problem. Can I show you why it's not different things? It's good. I'll tell you. If you allow me just to explain why it's not different things. It's good to believe whatever you want. Believing whatever I want, including not believing in Jesus Christ, which equals it is good not to believe in Jesus Christ. It's basic
No.
logic here. I'm not using
No, it's
any.
basic. No.
That is
It's
different.
different way.
That is your conclusion.
It's different way.
Why?
Not just Jesus Christ. It's good.
The good thing is the act that people have right to believe whatever they want to believe.
They believe.
We don't have a
So we
problem with
can
that.
we can exclude the object.
No, but it doesn't mean it's good.
I'm not talking about if it is Jesus, if it is Krishna, if it is Allah, if it is Tuhan in Indonesia.
Mm-hmm.
So the act of believing, no matter what the object of your belief, it's good because
It is okay or good?
People's
Now that's a
right.
different statement, right?
Okay and good. It's people's right
Okay,
to
sure.
have their
sure.
own belief.
Now you're saying
Yeah.
you're saying a different statement now, which you're saying what is good is the capacity to be able to believe what you want to believe,
Yeah.
freedom to believe, right?
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
you're saying now, yeah? So that is different than saying it's good to believe whatever you want. Like linguistically, it's not the same thing, right? If you say it's good to believe whatever you want, that means it's good to believe you can murder, kill, steal, and rape. But if you say it's good to have the freedom of believing, then we don't have we're not disagreeing with you there, right? We're saying it is good. People
We are
should have the
talking in the
freedom.
context of religion, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Jumping
Absolutely.
conclusion.
No problem.
I believe.
I sometimes, no problem, no worries. Sometimes I have this mistake. I can jump completely.
I
You can correct me,
believe-
it's
I
okay.
believe in religion as much as I believe
I'm being
in
serious, but
humanity.
you shouldn't laugh here. I'm just laughing. Yeah.
No. I believe in religion as much as I believe in humanity, whatever their religion. In humanity, we know that murder, stealing, it's bad. Don't do that. Whatever his religion.
That question to me?
That is my statement.
Oh, sure.
That is my statement.
I would disagree a little bit with it. Because there was many humans throughout history who didn't
And
believe
then,
that.
and then the religion make it formal, make it the rule, make it straight. That is forbidden, and it will going. You will go to hell if you do something like that. But you believe, if you believe in human, even atheist doesn't believe the murder.
Okay, sure.
Even atheist doesn't steal.
I want to conclude with this. Maybe you want to continue with him as well.
My conclusion is,
Okay, your
I
conclusion.
believe in religion as much as I believe in humanity. And I believe that religion, whatever it is, come to earth, like we know now, your religion, to serve, to be served the human being, not human to serve the religion.
Okay, so
That is my
no problem. Thank you very much. Now, what I would say just briefly is this: what you just proposed to us right now is don't need to. It's not Christianity, and it is the idea of the freedom to do whatever you want as long as you don't harm anyone else. What you're proposing to us here, so I would not say I'm having a discussion with a Christian, I would say I'm having a discussion with a liberal, because what you're saying is
But I
liberalism.
think Christianity
If you just allow me,
also
sorry,
admits
just allow the
free
final
will.
statement. You can come with a final statement.
No, no.
It's already your final
Oh yeah,
statement.
yeah, because I need to go.
No, no.
I need to go.
What is your religion statement?
Yes, no, because you guys told me what you believe because of faith. So to me, that's the end, because anyone can believe anything because of faith. There's no substance to the discussion. If you say to me, "You're Muslim because of faith," the discussion is gone. You know, I can go home now. You know? So to me, that's what I'm trying to. That's why I say I'm giving my final statement. Yeah. So to me, you are proposing liberalism. If you read in the Christian scriptures, Paul says there's no salvation without the belief in the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. There's a lake of fire in the Bible if you don't believe Jesus Christ that you're going to go to. So it's not only Muslims or this religion or that religion that says you're going to go to the fire. Christianity, if you read the Bible, says the exact same thing. Claims there's only one way to God, but you're proposing liberalism, not Christianity. Now, in Islam, we say there's only one truth. Allah Azza wa Jalla says in the Quran, whoever seeks any other religion other than Islam, it will not be accepted from him. And he will be amongst the losers in the hereafter. We invite you to worship one creator, who's not a man, who's not a woman, who doesn't become the creation, who's not the creation before, who created this world, who's given us the capacity to reason and have rational, polite, hopefully, conversation between one another without having any enmity towards each other, you know? And I hope I didn't offend you guys in
No,
any way,
of
shape, or
course
form.
not.
That was not my
having
intention. I was not
discussion.
trying to do so.
Something.
Yes.
The last time.
This is the second last statement. Okay, no, it's okay. No
Last
problem. Okay, yeah.
You have very thin border between Christian and liberalism.
You're saying there is a thin border between Christianity and liberalism.
You make it very thin.
I made them thin. I will let people decide. I'll let
That is
people
my
decide.
final statement.
Oh, it's okay. No problem. It's okay. It's okay. Pleasure to talk to both of you.
you think-
Maybe he wants to continue the discussion.
No.
You think
I'm
what I'm
okay.
saying
Yeah.
from liberals?
Yes.
Liberals, right?
Yes. No problem. No
That is
problem.
from the heart
No
of
problem.
Christian.
No issues. As I said before, liberalism is the freedom to believe whatever you want to believe. It's good to believe whatever you want to believe, and that's what you were proposing. And Christianity proposes something else in the Bible. Yes, absolutely. So nice talking to you guys. Yeah? Pleasure talking to both of you. Yeah.
So, just one or two questions. Yeah.
Do you want the microphones? I don't know.
Yeah, no. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. So,
There you go.
just one or two
Last
questions.
statement, right? Okay. No.
If you want, it's up to you. It's up to you. Yeah. According to your belief, you said that everyone can believe everything, whatever they want, right? Is it the freedom of belief you mean, or the whatever anyone believe it's okay? Which one? If you think,
I think what we trying to say is that Christianity, I think, has a respect on humanity. That's why we know and we admit that there is a free will in every human being. There is a free will in every human being. But every religion has their own version of truth. Our truth is that Jesus Christ is our God. We believe that Jesus is God. For other religion, they don't have and they don't share the same value, the same truth. So we are trying to say that it is okay and it is good for other religion to have their own version of truth. It's okay if you believe in tree, it's okay if you believe in other goodness that may be represented in other objects.
You said it's
but
good.
in Christianity, why we say that the only way is through Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ embodied the good things that we call as God, because God represents all the good things. We may call it God. Other religion may have different names.
Okay,
that's okay.
Nothing wrong with name. If you, for example,
what we are trying to say that why we believe in Jesus, like you asked before, because Jesus taught us all the good things and all the good version of God that we learn from we was.
Have you finished?
No, not
Okay.
when we. What am I trying to say then?
Yeah, you lost yourself.
Yeah.
You lost yourself. Yeah. So
Just talking.
So okay. When you said that everyone is believing whatever they believe is good, right? So do you think if everyone is believing is good, do you think a man who doesn't believe in Christ, Jesus Christ, he'll go to the hell or heaven?
When what? Sorry?
Anyone, any individual
Yeah.
who doesn't believe in Jesus, will he go to the hell or heaven? According to Christianity.
Actually, what our Christianity say is that there is no one can go to our Father if they are not going through the Jesus Christ.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Someone doesn't believe in Jesus. For example, an atheist or a
You
Muslim.
can interpret that as going to hell if you want to, but
No,
actually,
I'm asking about the Christianity. What Christianity said about this?
What actually said in the Bible is that no one can go to the Father, to the God itself, without no one could go to the Father, to the God, if they are not going
Through the Jesus.
to Jesus Christ.
Okay. Okay.
So where is the end point there if it is not God? Maybe you call it as hell, as the opposite of everything.
No, not maybe. Not maybe. According to Christianity, if you say your first statement is everyone believe it's good, and the second statement is if anyone doesn't believe in Jesus, so he'll not reach the Father. That means he cannot go to the heaven, right? So it is first of all it is contradictory, because if something is good, why for the hell is for good or evil?
The hell is sorry?
The hell, is it for good or evil?
Of course, everything opposite to the goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you say that believing in everything is okay, so why this individual who doesn't believe in Jesus has to be good in the hell?
I could not say, and I'm not the one who will decide if everyone is going to hell or not.
Not everyone who doesn't believe in Jesus.
Yeah, no. I could not say that who will go to the heaven or who will go to the hell. If you want to ask to the preacher, some preacher.
Oh, so then you don't have any idea about this. Okay.
No. What I meant to say is that God that we know, is God that we knew through Jesus.
Okay. So you said
Yeah.
okay, at the very first you said that Jesus is the God, right?
Yeah.
So and you are saying that to reach the God you have to go through the Jesus. So then Jesus is not the God.
Because Jesus is the embodiment of God. We already said that the embodiment of God.
Embodiment, sorry?
The embodiment of God, not the representation.
Representative.
That God
Representative?
in flesh and in blood.
In flesh.
In flesh and in blood.
So
Yeah.
was Jesus died?
What?
Was Jesus died?
Yeah.
So-
And then he rise.
So God died.
Yeah. But then in the third days.
God died?
In the third days, yeah.
So-
in the third days, after Jesus died,
Do you
we have the resurrection.
think God died?
In the resurrection, the human, Jesus is 100% human and 100% God.
So, can it be-
It's the concept that may not be
Can it be
rational.
okay? Can it be when Jesus died in that time was he God?
The human died.
No, in that time was he God?
The human died.
Then he wasn't God in that time.
The human died.
I do understand human
But the
died.
spirit-
My
the spirit
my question
is
is
not- the spirit is.
I do understand.
It's
Yeah.
not dying.
Yeah,
It's
sister,
not dying,
listen.
It's not dead. Yeah.
I'm very clear. When Jesus died, according to yourself, I don't believe he died. So according to your belief, when Jesus died, in that time was he God?
What you mean by died
Yeah.
is that the whole body is not functioning right.
So was he God in that time?
Yeah, of course.
So God.
Because he 100. Wait, sorry.
Okay.
He's asking me about something. Chilling?
I'll make it easier. I'll make it easier.
Sorry.
I'll make it easier.
Okay. So was he God in that time?
Yeah.
So God died. God died.
Jesus died.
So God died.
Jesus died.
Is Jesus God?
Jesus is 100% God. 100% God and
Okay.
100%
Good. 200%. We find 200%.
The
Okay.
human, the flesh, of course.
Okay. So
Human
why
being,
I'm
the
saying,
flesh.
what you are saying,
Yes.
okay, what you are saying,
Yes,
okay, what you are
yes.
saying, this jacket is black. Look, let me finish. Let me finish.
No, that what differentiate Jesus from
Okay.
me, Candy.
Let's
from you,
differentiate.
And from other, because there is only one God.
Okay, let's differentiate.
God that came to the world.
I do understand.
In flesh,
Appreciate.
yeah.
Appreciate. So, when Jesus died, was he God?
Yeah, because he's still God.
So God
He's
died.
also man.
God died.
No, Jesus died.
Yeah.
Jesus died.
Yes.
Jesus, who is in flesh and in blood, died.
So where was the God in that time?
Of course, the spirit is also coming back to God. God never died.
So
Even though you died, is God in you dead?
sorry,
If God is in you, do you believe that God is in you?
God is in you. What do you mean by God is in you?
You don't believe that God is in you.
No, I don't believe God is in me. No.
That's what differentiates you and me, because I believe God is in me.
So are you God then?
Yeah, because I'm
Are you
alive.
God?
No, of course, God is in
You
me.
say- you see-
No, God is in me. I'm not God.
You're not
You
God.
need to understand
Okay.
that I'm
So
Gandhi.
you are
I'm a
speaking.
human.
Okay, God.
I'm a human.
Let me ask you a
But
question. Let me ask you a simple
why
question.
am I alive since the
let
very
me
beginning?
let me sister
Because I have
sister. Let me
something
ask you a
that makes
question.
me
You
alive,
said
the spirit.
God is in you.
Yeah, I
So
believe
you are
that.
speaking now. Is God speaking or you are speaking?
God is in me. All the goodness in my life is coming from God.
So my question
Like
is,
all the
God
goodness
is in you.
you coming.
You are
All the
perfect,
goodness.
sister. Are you perfect?
Of course not.
No, okay.
You
Because
have
I'm
you
human.
have God
I
part.
have a free will. I
So
made sin.
If you believe
I'm
like
a sinner.
this, no, I know. One second. You say God in me, okay, but you say I'm not perfect.
God never make mistakes.
What about the other part?
Sorry?
The other part, like.
So brother, hold a second, please. Could you tell me?
Sorry.
Okay, yeah. Could you tell me
Yeah.
why Jesus is God? Why Jesus is God?
Yeah, because
Because
he's not only human, but first of all, he didn't make any mistake. He didn't create, he didn't make any sin.
so if anyone
He's not
okay.
a sinner.
Okay.
That's why
He's God.
he's an example. He's the example. Why? Because God needs to go and not God needs to be present amongst us
Okay.
to give and to set an example how we as a human being needs to.
I understand. If I use your analogy and standard that Jesus didn't have sin, right? He didn't make mistake, so that is he is God. So a newborn baby who didn't make any mistake, who doesn't have any sin, is he God?
No one.
What's the difference then?
No one will do that. Can you show me?
So the newborn baby has sin, you think? Newborn baby, just newborn baby, it has sin. This baby has sin. Do you think that?
No.
No. So does this baby make any mistake?
No.
No.
Of course not.
So
not
So
by
according to your analogy, you say,
concessions,
yeah,
yes.
according to your analogy, there's that Jesus didn't make mistake. Jesus didn't have sin, that's why he is God. So what's wrong with this newborn baby? Why it shouldn't be God?
Yeah. No, of course. He's not God.
I do understand, but
Yeah.
according to your standard, he should be. You see? That's the difference. Yeah, that's the problem. Second thing is that, do you think God has another God? Do you think that
The
God
only
has
person-
another God?
The only person who didn't make a mistake, who didn't make a sin, and who already like went to the
We passed the discussion. My second question was,
one fact, and then the other
Yes.
fact is that the only person who ever beat evil is Jesus. When he died, and while he was waiting to be risen, to be apa dibangkitkan itu? Before the resurrection.
okay, I do
It was,
understand.
before
I
the
understand your point.
Before the resurrection.
I understand
he's
your point.
The one who beat the,
I understand the point, and we done this. So my another question is.
That's what my faith. Yeah.
Okay, good. My another question is, do you think God has another God?
God?
Do you think God has another God? You believe in one God, right?
Yeah.
You believe in one God?
Yeah,
Okay.
the true God. Yeah.
Only one true God. According to Jesus, he is the Father. Jesus said only true God is Father. So, do you believe God has another God? No, I don't believe this. That God has another God. Do you believe that?
Oh no.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
So is Jesus God? Yes, according to your answer, right? So does Jesus have a God?
No, he's not different with his father.
So why Jesus said, if you go to the John 20 verse 17, Jesus said, to my father and your father, to my God and your God. In John, if you go to the Revolution, Jesus said, "I'm making a pillar by the name of my God." If you go to the Bible, Jesus said, "Oh my God, why you forsaken me?" So Jesus clearly mentioned He has God. So if you apply the standard that God doesn't have another God, we are seeing that Jesus has God. So why he is God?
Yeah, I think the concept that sounds illogical here. Yeah, because I think every religion has an illogical conception about God.
We don't have. In Islam, we don't have.
The concept of God itself,
Yes.
the concept of God itself
Yeah.
is irrational according to human perception. But we all believe.
No,
that there
it's
is
not
God.
rational. It's very rational.
But we all believe.
No,
that
my
there
question
is
was,
God.
yeah, my question.
But there is something
Yeah.
that we always.
My question was, like we both agreed, God doesn't have any other God, right? We
Yeah,
both
it's only
agreed.
God.
So if you go to the Jesus, if we applied this standard on the Jesus said He has God, and we know everyone.
He has God, but he called Father when he talked to God. When
Didn't He said, "I am the servant"? Didn't the Jesus said, "I am the servant"? Do you not see? Jesus, He is the servant. So who is the servant? Okay, who is the servant? He has God. And Jesus clearly said, "I will make a pillar by the name of my God." So if I say, "I will give 100 pounds to my mother," that means I have mother, right? So when Jesus said, "I will make a pillar by the name of my God," that means Jesus has God. We both agreed. And in first position, we establish that God doesn't have any other God. But when you go to the Jesus, He's saying He has God. So whoever, we agreed God doesn't have God. So why Jesus has God?
Because you need to understand from the very beginning the concept
What's
of
the beginning?
salvation.
Okay.
God decided to live as a human being.
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 Not live.
Yeah.
Being.
That he is the human. he's
That's
the
what I'm
being.
saying. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
He is the being.
That's what I'm saying.
He came
So-
in flesh and in blood.
Okay.
He talked in man's language.
Okay.
He talked to other human beings.
Okay. So do you think? Okay.
So that's why he still used the word God.
Do you think? Okay.
When he talked to other human beings,
Okay.
also, just like me before, or maybe you or other person, everyone doubt him that he's God. Why you said that you are God?
Okay, sister.
Because
We established first. Let me tell you something.
Dia nggak pernah ngomong dia
We
Tuhan.
yeah.
Tapi yang orang Farisi.
I think we done this point that the God doesn't have another God, but we see Jesus has God. Let's do another point. So do you think God knows everything?
It's not Jesus has another God. He's
Jesus
not-
has God. Jesus has God.
No.
Jesus-
we already,
Jesus doesn't have God?
We already said to you that He is God. God that
never-
I understand your point. I understand your point.
Came in flesh and in blood. He's the embodiment of God.
I do understand. But is this God have a God?
So not He has God.
No, he is the God.
He is the God.
The basic
but-
of Christianity, the basic of
That's the
Christianity
basic.
is
That's the
belief
core of
that
Christianity.
Jesus is
You may not
100
believe that, but that's the basic.
100% God and 100%.
Do you understand what you are saying? You are saying that this jacket is 100% black and 100% white.
That's not the same. That's not the same. That's not the same metaphor.
Okay.
That's not the same metaphor.
Okay.
That's not the same
So we understand. We understand first
You
point.
cannot say that I am
if you're
100%
using
cat and
that-
I'm
no.
100%
Yeah,
dog.
take it,
Of
take
course
it.
not.
If you're
Yeah.
using that analogy, logic analogy, then you won't believe that Muhammad go to heaven using Quran.
So what's wrong with this? We believe in miracle. It's not with the miracle. It's nothing with miracle.
What do you mean by miracle?
Sorry?
What do you mean by miracle?
Do you believe in miracle?
Yes. What do you mean by miracle?
What do you
Maybe
mean
we
by
have
miracle?
a very definition of miracle.
So what's your definition?
No,
Tell me.
that's- I'm asking
No.
you first.
No.
I'm
We're
asking you
asking you,
first.
and then you
What do you mean by miracle?
Okay.
Because you said
Okay,
that
miracle.
Muhammad
Okay,
go to heaven
in
with a
mu'jiza.
miracle.
Look,
Yeah.
let me tell you. Okay, let me tell you. We say it mu'jiza in Arabic, right?
Sorry?
Mu'jiza. Mu'jiza means the evidence which cannot be done by a human, or which cannot be possible in generally. For example, I cannot be in the heaven right now. At the same time, I cannot be in here and the France. But God can see this Hyde Park and France at the same time, right? And this God sends some mu'jiza. For example, the Musa alayhi salam, Moses, he is the miracle. What can he did? Like he can, with his stick, it can be a snake and it can grab the other snake, right? So this kind of mu'jiza we have. And we believe in mu'jiza. Even the mu'jiza of Isa alayhi salam means that Jesus, we believe in this as well. So we don't have any problem with the mu'jiza. But we have the problem when the concept becomes the corrupted or concept becomes the contradictory. So I am asking again you a simple question. Do you think God knows everything, present, past, and the future? Do you believe that? Yeah, there's another question. Yeah. Do you believe that? Do you believe God knows everything?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, so
You don't believe that?
I believe. We agree both.
Yeah.
We believe. Yeah. So, did Jesus know everything?
Yes.
Yes. Really? Okay. So when Jesus said, when disciple asked about the hour, Jesus said, "No man, not the Son, only the Father knows about it."
Yes.
So Jesus said he didn't know the hour.
Who said that
And
Jesus
Jesus.
didn't know?
Didn't
Yeah.
know what? Sorry?
Hour. Jesus didn't know the hour. Do you understand that?
Word.
Okay, cool. No problem.
He just won't tell.
No
He
problem.
never said that he doesn't know.
Yeah. Oh, really? Then you need to read the Bible again.
Apa tidak tahu apa? Ya.
Yang masuk surga atau tidak?
Can you read it? Sorry. Can you read it for me?
Bacaan.
Tidak tahu. Which one?
This. Mark
NIV.
13, chapter 13, verse 32. Can you read it?
Yeah, but about that day or hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father.
So Jesus doesn't know. Jesus doesn't know the hour. You see? Yes. Do you see that?
The day or hour no one
Yes.
knows, not
Yes,
even the angels.
as
Yeah.
Jesus. You see, Jesus is 100% human and 100%.
No. Uncle, look. As I said, yeah, sorry, uncle or brother. What I should say? What I should say?
No.
Yeah.
The concept of Christianity, if you fail to understand, if you
No,
fail to believe,
just you said.
No, let me
Okay.
let me say it first. The concept of Christianity, if you fail to believe that Jesus is 100% human and 100% God, then it will be pointless.
Okay, how can you explain this when Jesus said, I don't know the hour
As a human,
as a human? So in
As
this
a
time,
human.
excellent. In this time, was he God?
of course he's God.
So as a human, I do understand. As a human, he doesn't know, but as a God, he knows.
Sorry,
As a human,
it's the same.
I'm applying your standard. As a human, he doesn't know the hour, right? I do understand. But as a God, he should know the hour, right? But he said he didn't know.
As a human,
Is it-
no.
is
It's
it-
equal. It's equal then. It's equal with if he's human, if he's God, then why he's dead?
Let me. It's very simple. It's very simple. You have two pockets, right?
Oh, you're using this material.
No.
You're using the material analogy.
Sorry. Yeah. So
We believe,
Brother.
Christianity believes.
Do you want me to take it?
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
I think so.
Okay. So no. It's okay. It's okay. Don't need to record it. Yeah, oh my God. There is an.
Oh, that's.
What I'm saying. Look.
Oh, you don't. No, this is. This is Makuda. That's Hanaji. Yeah.
You give the analogy. Yeah.
Jesus, I was sent before the resurrection. I may not be amongst you when I go back to the Father.
Go ahead,
But
you
the
give it back to
Spirit-
me.
Who told you to put in mind?
So that
Take.
Jesus,
Which one? This? Oh, sorry.
will not be with us again like today. But I always believe that God is in me, that God is the goodness in every human being.
Yeah.
So Jesus said that I may not be amongst you, but the Spirit will be with you. So Jesus said that I will not be with you. It means that he could be died someday. And the history, the Bible, of course, state his time of death. So he's no longer with us. But does it mean that God is dead? Of course no. Because God is still
Exactly,
existing.
exactly.
God is still existing.
Exactly.
Even though
That's why we don't believe Jesus is God.
Jesus
You see?
died. Jesus died, but God is not dead because Jesus' job on earth, Jesus' job on earth is already finished.
Who is the only true God?
Because already finished.
Who is the only true God?
Because
The Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
No, Jesus said Father is the only true God.
The Father and the Son and the
No,
Holy Spirit.
Jesus said who is true, you or Jesus?
Jesus, of course.
Okay, Jesus is true. Jesus said Father is the only true God.
Yes. No,
There
you
is
don't
only
listen.
one
You
God.
are against Jesus.
There is only one God.
So why Jesus saying? Why Jesus saying? Okay, let me tell you something. Jesus is saying
As a
that,
human being,
brother, let me allow 1 minute. So Jesus is saying that only true. Yeah. Okay. So Jesus, right? Jesus is saying the only true God is Father, right? And you are saying the only true God is Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, right? So which statement should I take, from the Jesus or